So, hello, hi, very nice to see you all of you through this YouTube video channel. Today, we are going to see one of the important act, that is Food Safety and Standard Act 2006. As a citizen of India, we were to heard about many acts of our country, that is the Goods and Service Tax Act, the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act, Bureau of Indian Standards Act, the Rights of Information Act, like that, many more acts we might have experienced, we might have heard about in our country. So this is one such act, mainly to cater the safety and standards of food quality. So the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. So as a customer or as a consumer, we may to procure many more food products from different markets. These products are manufactured and distributed and sold under the regulations of FSSAI Act. So the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006 was enacted under the Act number 34 of 2006, which has been received assent of the President of India on 23rd of August 2006. Thereafter, it has been published in Gazette of India as an extraordinary notification under Part number 1, Section 1 of this Act, dated 24th August 2006. It is an act to consolidate the laws relating to food and to establish the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India for laying down science based standards for articles of food to regulate their manufacture, storage, distribution, and import to ensure the availability of wholesome food for all the human consumption. So afterwards, many more notifications, rules, regulations came into existence. So we now let us see the pre-FSS Act scenario in regulation of food safety in our country. Before FSSAI came into existence, there were multiplicity of laws in our country that were maintained for setting the standards and enforcement agencies for different sectors of food. Varied quality with varied safety standards which are restricting innovation of new food products. Moreover, the thin spread of manpower, limited availability of laboratories and other resources restricting the fixation of effective standards for food products. On the other side, standards are very much rigid and non-responsive to scientific advancement and modernization. Apart from that, poor information dissemination level to consumer level. So these are all the various challenges or the bottlenecks were experienced before FSSAI existence. Now with that, we can see the different orders or different regulations for different commodities before FSSAI. Say for instance, we want to manufacture oil, especially edible oil, we need to comply with the regulations of the solvent extraction oil, de-oiled meal oil, edible flour oil, edible flour, Control Order 1967, and the Prevention of Food Adaptation Act 1954, the Meat Food Product Order 1973. Like that, many more different types of orders and regulations were there before FSSAI came into existence. Now, all the orders under one umbrella, that is FSSAI. Having said that, now we look at the objectives of FSSAI. FSSAI is mainly to come out with the objectives to consolidate the laws relating to food, to establish Food Safety and Standard Authority of India for laying down science-based standards for articles of food, to regulate the manufacture, storage, distribution, sale, and import of food products, and finally to ensure availability of safe and wholesome food for all human consumption. With this objective, the FSSA was enacted, and based on that, regulations were laid down. There were many regulations are taking care of the FSSA Act. There were 22 regulations are available as of now. So with this note, we can conclude this session now. We will continue the session maybe in the next session to know more about licensing and registration of food business in our country. Thank you. Thank you for patient listening. Wish you all the best.